Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
World champions will be crowned, legends will be made. This is going to be epic.
This is a dream come true.
And let's go for the next one.
And here we are, it's the final date here for the Defender GKA Kite-Surf World Cup in Sylt. And we have waited patiently for the women to do their finals. And local time now being just before 10:30. The wind is on, we've got just around 22 to 25 knots. So it's looking really good for the final couple of heats of what has been an amazing competition so far. We've been here for the last 5 days. Hello everyone, my name is Liam Dredge and I'll be joining you on these last 2 heats of the day. Not too much to go now. We had the men's the other day with James Carew taking the win. We also had hydrofoil big air right at the start of the week, which seems like ages ago now. So why don't we have a little look at how the last days have been with some incredible highlights so far.
Goosebumps on my skin, I feel you on my body. Lose my mind within, your presence is so godly. Lose my mind within, your presence is so godly.
So here we have the mini-final, the battle for third place with Clemence Deren against Keziani Rodriguez. And joining me now in the booth is none other than Teo Dimanez. Teo, great to have you once again with me. You'll be competing a little bit later on when we do a little bit of expression session, but what do you make of it? I mean, the conditions, we were waiting yesterday, and today now the wind is on.
Yes, Sylt just kept on delivering all the week, I guess. We have some really decent condition today with straight onshore wind, which gonna allows you to the rider to ride both waves, like probably left and right. So if they can stay front side on the wave, they will do it for sure. And the wind is pumping right now, sunny. So what more can we ask for sure?
No, not at all. No, it's going to be an epic day of competition. Just 2 heats, so not actually that long, but plenty of action coming your way for the rest of the afternoon. Just before we get underway with this first mini final, we're going to shoot to a quick commercial break.
Wir sind die mit dem Frühlingsquark. Würzig mild, extra cremig und immer frühlingsfrisch. Für euch haben wir immer neue Ideen, damit für alle was dabei ist. Auch vegan. Macht's euch einfach lecker mit der Quark- und Streichvielfalt von Milram. Jetzt wild und neu. Frühlingsquark Wildkräuter.
There's so many different places that I've never seen before, and a million things I never felt this way. Time to go now. New horizons waiting, sail away with me. Where the oceans meet the sky.
AIDA. Erlebt euch anders.
Got me upside down, spinning around you. Wanna taste the clouds, dance with the moon. Take a jump around your body. Boy, I love the way you got me. Starry-eyed, got me starry-eyed. Got me upside down, spinning around you. Wanna taste the clouds, dance with the moon.
Okay, so here we go now. This is the mini final of the women's. And as mentioned, they got underway a few days ago. Yesterday, the suitable conditions weren't there, but today they sure are. Look at the water there. We can see there's some nice rolling swell for our riders and also plenty of wind out there. 25 knots at the moment. As there on your screen, we have Keziani. She'll be looking to try and finish in third place. And here we go. The early start of the heat is now pretty much underway. So talk to us about the conditions out there for anyone that's just tuning in. I mean, you've been out on the beach there and you're going to be on the water later. What is it like out there?
Yeah, the wind is straight on shore. It's super windy, and for them it's going to be perfect condition to be able to get some good kicker, to do the freestyle part. And as soon as the wave part is going to start, they're going to have some good wave on the inside section of the spot. Look, we have a nice drone view of this area with good wave. Onshore wave, like I mentioned before, you can ride both ways. You can ride left or right, so definitely they will be looking forward to stay front side on that wave, and we're going to see good maneuvers, I'm sure.
Most definitely. I mean, talking a little bit into the judging criteria and how those scores are actually calculated, it's going to be the first part, as you mentioned, all based on freestyle. They're going to have a certain amount of time to perform their 6 tricks on freestyle. Their best trick will count towards their score. There's going to be 3 tricks counting, so a possible total of 30 points. Once the freestyle part is over, they come in. They have 1 minute to change up their kit. We'll dive into that a little bit more. And then they go back out for the wave element, where their best wave score will go towards their trick. That's 2. And then the third score will be a calculation of either their second best trick or their second best wave. We've seen really the freestyle element of this format come into play quite heavily, especially on those earlier days when we saw upwards of 50 knots of wind.
Yeah, absolutely. And the 2 tricks are so important because they put you in a really safe position as soon as you get the 2 scores. You just need 1 extra wave to secure your total score, definitely.
So let's talk about a little bit on our riders here. We've got Keziani Rodriguez. She comes out of Brazil. She had 5th in Cape Verde, and so a good sort of performance there from her. She also was in the title running a couple of seasons ago against Capucine Dellanoy over in Brazil, but does all the tour stops. Very well-rounded rider, and I think for Clements as well, this is one of her highest performances in a World Cup here, battling for 3rd place.
Yeah, for sure. She's definitely looking forward to go for that 3rd place also. But I mean, this battle is gonna be, I mean, look like they're very, very power on the water. Because Yane, I think she believes she's on 8 meter, and she tried to depower all the kite, but yeah, she's gonna go for a jump, I believe now.
Yeah.
Getting some speed.
As you mentioned, our ladies actually, you know, they had the option to compete on
Front roll, and unfortunately, she couldn't get it at the end.
Yeah, no, they had the option to compete the other day when the men were on, but we had 50 knots of wind. They were on their 5s and they actually couldn't hold down their 5s. Even the blokes were struggling to hold down their 6s. So it was absolutely nuking here in Sylt. It's been windy all week.
It's crazy. Every day we had some decent wind. So
yeah. Yeah, and this time of year as well, it's quite unlikely that you see that real stormy condition come through, but fortunately we had it. So he is now going to be underway very, very shortly, as I believe that was Keziani's first trick attempt, as I hear now the buzzer. So who's going to take third place? A podium finish for one of our riders here, and then following this we will have the women's final, which will see Camille Lozerand and Capucine Dellanoy battle it out. Camille looking for her first event title on the Kite-Surf division. She won the Kite-Surf strapless big air back in Tarifa, but she's looking for another title, as Capucine Dellanoy is a world champion. As we now have Clémence on your screen, coming from France. Left foot forward, trying to use maybe one of these kickers to initiate her first front roll. But yet that will be a crash. Wasn't able to get the board back under her feet. So we're underway now on the last day here at the Defender GKA Kite-Surf World Cup. Joining me in the booth, if you just tuned in, is Théo Demlaz. He is one of the riders, both on the hydrofoil and also the kite-surf. You've done everything this week.
yeah, exactly. Huh? Spend all my week in the water or in the booth, I guess.
One or the other. They've both been good though, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's good to be warm too. Huh?
So here we go. Underway now in this mini-final. Let us know where you're tuning in from, and if you've got any questions as well for Théo, he's going to be joined the next couple of heats and stay with me for the final as well before going on the water this afternoon.
Yes, we're going to have the best tricks, so it's going to be very interesting action. I think the people are already training for it, and yeah, the wind and condition are just perfect to try to showcase what can we do on the surfboard.
Oh, exactly that. So going up for that front
roll. Not quite getting it, unfortunately.
Wind forecast is pretty promising for the rest of the day as well. We've got probably upwards around that 25 knot mark. Don't think we'll push past 30, but there is definitely potential for it to reach around that sort of strength, maybe around 12, 1 o'clock, as Keziani here going for that air.
Yeah, with a rodeo, managed to land it. That's going to put a score on the board. That was a well played from Keziani, definitely.
Yeah, you've got to be quite tactical as well when it comes to doing these freestyle.
Definitely, because we saw some hit with without any scores on the board on the freestyle part, and then it puts you in a very tricky situation for the wave part of the hit.
So the way that the week sort of played out conditions-wise is, I mean, we were a bit apprehensive coming in before. It was a little bit up and down, and then about 4 days before we actually arrived in Sylt, we saw the forecast, and I think everyone's face got excited. You know, there were smiles from ear to ear when we saw what we had in store for us. As we mentioned, every single day we've had wind. I mean, we didn't compete yesterday because it was a little bit light, but you still could have gone out. There were still people kiting. But for us, we had that guaranteed solid forecast. And the first few days, the rounds 1, 2, and 3 of the men and the women, we probably saw a consistent 25 to 30 knots on all the days. And then the real icing on the cake was the Friday. As you can see here, 18 knots, gusting up to 22. The numbers we had on Friday were 45, gusting like 52. It was absolutely insane. We had the men's final where we saw James Crew take the title there after having a whole year out from competition. Pretty much I think it was a year and 2 days to the date where he had his operation after that injury in Tarifa. So he's come back with a vengeance. As we see now, Clémence going for maybe a little bit of an air there, but I don't think it would count as one score drops to 2.67. I mean, I'm looking at the forecast as well, even after we finish this event, and I mean, Monday morning tomorrow is absolutely nuking as well. Windy old place, this Sylt. So here's that slow-mo there of that last move from Keziani with the tic-tac. So only one score there, 2.67 at the moment. That rodeo tic-tac from Keziani will come as well and add onto that 2.67. She goes for another one. Yeah, a little bit of deep power on the kite. What side did you say she's on? Did you see, Teo? Was it an 8?
I think it was 8 meter. And seeing how power she looks like, yeah, it must be 8 meter.
Front
roll.
Yep, that will count.
That will count definitely.
Clemence now going again for that front roll as well with
unfortunately, crashing the kite.
Yeah, not ideal for her. So let's have a little look at how many trick attempts our riders have got, as Keziani as well has that rodeo tic-tac to drop. So she'll be bumping herself up into the lead a little bit more. As you can see there, riding the north gear as well. I believe she is riding also the reach, that do it all kite. Does everything pretty well, does the big air, does the waves, can freestyle on it. Whereas Clemence there riding the F1. Keziani in the black lycra, Clemence in the blue lycra. As that will be a crash there for her. We've got 2 minutes of tricks left. And then we go into a 1 minute transition phase. I mean, talk to us about this transition phase, Ter, because it can be quite a tactical option.
Yeah,
going from freestyle to wave.
Sometimes you don't have to lose any time because you come back to the beach, you change board at least, and some of them change also kites to go to smaller sizes. So that's probably what we're gonna see happen today. But the wind is onshore, straight onshore now, kind of. So you may not change kites to keep some power in the wave, because going fully onshore with downwinding, like going downwind into the wave, you lose a lot of power into the kite. So they might not change kites and just change the board.
And what sort of board changes would we see? Let's talk, for example, it looks like Keziani sort of looks like that freestyle shape board that she has, and she might go and change to sort of more of a down the line looking sort of surfboard shape.
Exactly. In those waves, some riders still keep those square board, but I mean, something a bit more fishy style and more like down the line, as you mentioned, it works better, I guess. And it's all about the preferences of the rider and the riding style also, because we see a lot of different riding style when it comes to the wave on the kitesurf parts. So it's interesting to see what's the choice of the riders most of the time for the wave parts.
And if you were to be going out riding now, what would you be choosing?
I think I will go for like the Flare from Cabana, which is like a fish board, which is kind of a crossover board that does freestyle and works well in the wave, especially in the small wave and the wave that are pretty soft. So that would definitely be my choice.
And you would keep the same board for the freestyle and the wave if you were going out in the competitions, these ones?
I think I will still keep like a square board, the method, which is like a proper freestyle board to go for freestyle action.
And kite-wise?
Kite-wise, definitely like probably 9 meter drifter, which is like pretty ideal for wave part and works really well for strapless freestyle too. And yeah, 8 of all 9 I think should be a good sizes.
6.17 Keziani opposed to the 1.07 for second place. 2.67 and a 3.50 as we just hear the buzzer go. So that is the end now of the freestyle section. As we see that last trick there from Keziani going for that rodeo tic-tac. That was a lot cleaner there with better height. As you can see there, she seemed pretty happy with that one. But you're now, the riders going back into the beach. Maybe they're going to stay out. Maybe they don't actually have to come in and change their gear. But we will now be going into a 1 minute transition phase. And then 10 minutes of pure wave riding. So it's the last day of the Defender GKA Kite-Surf World Cup in Sylt. Sylt, one of the longest running water sport events in Europe. It's been going for years. We actually went to a little bit of a bar last night and I saw all the windsurf posters up on the ceiling of this bar, and it was completely covered with events from, you know, throughout the year. We were here last year, obviously, and the year before with the GKA, but this year we spiced things up a little bit, adding the addition of hydrofoil big air, which has been epic, as Charles Waddell took yet another win Teo, also you were competing over in the hydrofoil. How did you find it, going from hydrofoil to surfboard?
I mean, it was pretty challenging condition because I used to kite foil a lot, going hydrofoil in light wind days, and it was just cranking windy when we went hydrofoil. So it was pretty crazy condition, but I mean, it was challenging, and I think it was a great show. And the cool thing with Sylt is that, you always get wind from wherever it can come from, and it can be light or strong, but you will always be able to kite foil here. So that was really good to have this discipline, I guess, in Sylt.
And one of the other things that's impressive about Sylt is the crowd that we see.
Yeah, absolutely. When you come to the afternoon, it's so busy, so crowded on the beach. People watching and getting stuck about...
Even in the rain yesterday.
Yeah, exactly, huh? I guess German are used to it, huh?
Yeah, no, they're big fans of the kiting and any sort of water sport, as we see Keziani there cutting in nice.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry,
no,
Clemence.
Clemence, nice turn backside.
Okay, so it's looking like Clemence is going to need 2 wave scores as well, because she only did get the 1.07 for that air, which was her freestyle maneuver, whereas Keziani ticking off a couple of different categories and families on the freestyle, which is why she has 2 scored tricks and Clemence only has 1. And some wave riding now to come your way in this 3rd and 4th battle, the mini final as we refer to it. Following this, we're going to have the main final with Camille Lazarand against Capucine Dellanoy. Those two have faced each other multiple times on tour. A little bit of a battle going on there, and both riders very strong in freestyle and wave.
Yeah, absolutely. Capucine more of like a freestyle style, where Camille is more like bigger riding, but both they ride well in the wave and they have some really good tricks and are able to score really high. Yeah. So I think it's going to be a very interesting final.
Yeah, Camille just getting sort of seeing what she wants to ride there, getting a bit of a feel for the wind. How important is it, I mean, for you, Teo, as well, when you compete, what do you set up? Do you have multiple kites set up on the beach? You launch and land them, get a bit of a feel for the wind?
Yeah, always. You really stay ready for anything, because, they're going to start to read, but if the wind drops or keeps getting stronger, you have to just change as fast as you can and adapt to the conditions. So it's important to have everything set up and don't lose any time and not put yourself in a hurry situation like in the rush.
Yeah, we nearly saw that in the final, didn't we, with James?
Yeah, absolutely. So important to check everything, make sure double check the gear, and don't be stressed in the heat about that.
And for caddies as well, how important is it having a reliable caddy on the beach?
Yeah, it is. It is very, very important. I mean, it just gives you confidence if you trust on the people on the beach. That helps you.
So Keziani now currently still in 1st place, as she has a nice looking wave coming her way as well. Yeah, it's looking like a really good one. As you see now, the 4.67 highest score of the heat so far comes from that last wave from the Brazilian. Clemence as well putting in 2 scored waves. She now has 3 tricks counting. Here we have Capucine Dellanoy chatting to her father.
Yeah, with Renald, his coach at the same time. So look, we can see about the technique, the strategy about going to this final.
Yeah, she's a world champion in the kitesurf discipline. I believe she's got 2 world championships to her name, as well as a big air championship as well. And then the girl that took the big air championship off Capucine was Camille Lazarand last year in Tarifa. So they both know how to win, all right, and they both want to win. And it's going to be a right old battle, as we mentioned. Different background, different styles of riding. We've seen Camille's wave riding increase massively, as she really did focus more on that freestyle element. But yeah, more recently has really improved the waves, as has Capucine as well. Both riders very good, as we mentioned, in freestyle and in pure wave riding. Capucine with a 2nd place finish in Cape Verde, which was the 1st event of the year. Moona White taking the win there. And I'm going to find out where Camille finished in that event as well. As we're coming into the last moments of this heat, with Keziani in 1st place and really getting amongst this wave, keeping with that same board as well.
Yeah, absolutely. She kept on the same setup, same kite also. Very powerful. But she did manage to get a 4.67 on the 1st wave, so she's definitely riding pretty well out there.
Yeah, 5 minutes left now in this heat, and I've just got the rankings up for this year, 2024, Capucine is in second, Camille is in third, so it's very close at the top there. Muna White currently in first. She's actually not joined us here in Sylt. She took the win over in Cape Verde, but yeah, it's a tight one between the next two riders. Keziani as well, 5th in the ranking. And this is the first event of the year for Clemence as well, so she'll be looking to get as many points as possible and a good finish for her, whether that's 3rd or 4th. And when we look at the sort of calendar for the Guitarro GK Kite World Tour, it's an exciting calendar we have on the Kite-Surf. We started in Cape Verde. Let's talk about the conditions over there, because we didn't see any freestyle. It was pure wave at that famous wave of Punta Preta.
Yeah, absolutely. We had some really decent wave, massive, and just I think it was just the perfect condition, like straight side offshore with yeah, good, really good swell, like 3-meter waves, super clean, very long wave. And yeah, we also had the wing foil discipline over there, and it was just a massive show, and it was insane to compete in those conditions, you know? You just have fun because you have the spot for 2 hours when you're riding in the heat, so you just enjoy so much those conditions
Yeah,
over
I mean,
there.
it's rare that you get a spot like Punta Preta to yourself.
Exactly. That's where it makes it so special, and yeah, you just enjoy so much being in the water over there.
Yeah, when it comes to the wave riding at this spot here in Sylt, it's more of a beach break, and the waves actually aren't that long. I mean, we haven't really seen any more than 3, at most 4 turns on every wave, whereas a wave like Punta Preta, it just, you know, if it's on, it just carries on, just peeling
forever
off, and you can get multiple turns and really sort of link it from start, middle and end.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. That's but there it's you really have to look for the right wave, you know, like if wave selection is so key in Punta Preta, that's why we see the Cape Verde, and they ride really well because they know the spot perfectly, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, in here in Sylt, we have to adapt, you know, to different conditions because we don't have, let's say, that sort of perfect picturesque wave. And you know, there's still fantastic conditions here in Sylt, but it definitely caters for a different style of riding, and that's why we adapt with the conditions and have that freestyle element as well. Because you know, if we had all the scores on the wave, you know, we don't quite get that same Punta Preta wave as we do in Cape Verde. I mean, that's the good thing about the format, right? We were able to adapt and change conditions, and at the end of the year, crown a world champion, which is both great in the waves and also in the freestyle.
Exactly. You see who was also the most complete rider at the end. It's very interesting because kite surfing is all about this, strapless. You just adapt to the condition, you know? That's the cool thing about the sport.
So Keziane just going down at the end there, last 2 minutes of this heat. So she's in a good spot at the moment with the 10.84 opposed to that 5.81. Clemence looking to get that 1.07 wave score. Oh no, sorry, that was her air freestyle. So she's not going to adapt on that one, but she's definitely want to try and get rid of that 2.17. Mini-final here for the women on the last day of the Defender GK Kite-Surf World Cup. Following this heat, we have the last heat of competition. That will not be action over though. We have some fun little expression best trick sessions coming from our riders later on, because we've got such great conditions and such a crowd here in Sylt. It would be a shame to you know, not make the most of it, Teo.
Yeah, you're right. I think everyone is keen to go on the water to train and at the same time compete, push themselves. It's always cool to be in the water with everyone and just you push yourself to try new tricks, and just everyone gets better and better, I guess, and the crowd will love it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Best trick competition. All the best riders in the business are going to be out there. Unfortunately for myself, you're going to have to leave the booth and get on the water, which would be a shame, but hey ho, it is how it is. Capucine there with Gabrielle Benetton. Just getting a few, I mean, it's not a bad caddy to have, hey?
No, for sure, definitely. He knows to win.
So yeah, last moments now in this heat, and it's looking like, although Clemence has increased that score to a 6.41, Keziane is very comfortably in front now. Going to be taking that 3rd place if it all stays the same, because we're in the last few seconds now. About 5 seconds left in this heat. As your current heat leader is on the screen, Keziane Rodriguez coming out of Brazil. Looking pretty powered now as well on that kite. As our finalists start to make it into the water. Okay, so there it is. The buzzer has gone for the mini-final. Keziani Rodriguez is your third place finisher here in Sylt for the second event of the year. Don't go anywhere. Women's final up next. So here we go. This is the final of the women's division in Sylt. Camille Lozerand against Capucine Dellanoy. These two have faced each other multiple times on the tour. A huge heat here. Both riders coming from a sort of a real freestyle background. And then thanks to the GK Kite Tour, you know, when they got into competition, coming to other events, and as we mentioned, spots like Punta Preta, Dakhla, Morocco, where it's pure wave, have really, you know, put the training in and put the time in to increasing that wave riding as well. So we're seeing two really complete riders now on the water, and it's a real hard one to put your money on. I mean, we just had the discussion. I mean, who's it going to be? Are we going to see a triple front roll from someone like Capucine? You know, will we also see an attempted one from Camille? Because if a triple front roll goes down and gets landed, that's going to be the score that's going to be up in the nines. We know Capucine as well can do the double front rolls. That score very high as well.
Yeah, I think she's gonna play it safe, try double front roll in the first place. But I mean, it's gonna be a sick final. That's actually the final we had last year, Capucine against Camille. So I think Camille wants the revenge, but I think the level out there is just gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really good indeed. Heat not yet underway. As we see now the results come through from that women's mini final. Keziani Rodriguez, I can confirm now, finishing in third place. Big well done to her. But here we go. Capucine is the first to jump by the looks of things. Engaging here, plenty of speed, going right foot forward, going for that front roll.
Yeah, I think she just decided to make one call on the board first to play it safe.
Yeah, nice tactical start there, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Just getting a score on the board. Great replay here, nice height, very much in control. As we now look over to Cami, who just adjusting the D-power there on that duotone click bar done by the side. You can see going to be doing her trick left foot forward. But Capucine now, is she going to go with the double?
Double
yes, she
front
is.
roll or landing it. Wow. What a way to start the heat.
You can
what
see
a way.
there.
Yeah.
Unbelievable way to start the heat as Camille there losing the board, looking like going for that double back roll. And quite far away now from her board. She's got a bit of a body drag ahead of her. What a start to the heat from Capucine.
Yeah, she played it very smartly, very well. Now I guess she's gonna try something different.
The triple, surely. The one?
Maybe she, yeah, it's just getting improvement, huh?
Here we go,
yeah.
one.
Oh, no,
the 1 foot.
I think she's just putting like a different score, oh, she's happy, huh?
Yeah, yet to crash. An unbelievable start from the currently ranked world number 2. I know someone that will be happy watching on, and that's her brother over in Brazil, I believe he is.
Yeah, he's in Praia right now, I believe.
Enjoying the warm waters of Brazil. But what a start here from Capucine.
Okay, Camille going for a front roll with a grab, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe front roll shove it. Yeah, I think it was front shove it. And don't know if she landed.
I think she might have. I hear a few
yeah,
cheers.
Yeah,
she has landed it.
Oh, wow. She's getting too excited now on the water.
I mean, we've seen some good starts to some heats, but
Yeah.
an unreal start here as we have the replay. Front roll, shove it,
Wow.
landing
wow.
it.
You know, that's when it gets dangerous. When you're just having fun out there, everything goes in your way. You
Yeah.
just get so stuck, and for the other rider, it's getting really, really tough then.
Yeah, an amazing start here from Capucine. I mean, there's some big scores coming down. I mean, an 8.07 for that double front roll. And we also have this shove it coming in. It's looking good. It's looking very good.
Wow.
For Capucine, she could have hit the highest score so far for the woman. I think it might be in the 10s. We could be seeing a 10 here from Capucine. As the 8.07 for that double front roll. The front roll 1 foot was a 5.23. Keep your eyes on that 5.23 as she goes round.
Actually, we wanted to go for a triple rotation, actually.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we have it. A 10-point score.
Look,
From
Gabriel.
Capucine Dellanoy, front roll, shove it. And an amazing score there for Capucine. Now Camille has got an awful lot of work to do.
Yeah,
as we
now
watch the replay here.
Front roll with a rodeo, and she lands it.
Yeah, brilliant there from her.
Yeah, good tricks, good trick. Now she has to respawn and get something else on the board.
Her dad there for Capucine. Gabrielle Benetton as well joining. Having the heat of her life at the moment in the final. And very shortly it will be time to get into the waves. We have a replay coming up now from Camille. She goes to that back roll, double back roll, and landing it beautifully. Okay, it's going to get interesting now. Although we have a 10 from Capucine, she will remain in first place. But that score there coming in from Camille is going to be very good as well. Amazing heat we have here. The best, I would say, freestyle we've seen. Well, ladies, Capucine going for the kite loop.
Almost landing it.
Almost landing it. Yeah, as you mentioned, just a bit of a heavy butt check there. God, this heat's making me want to get out there and kite.
Yeah, exactly. Huh? Yeah, I'm excited to go for the best trick session after.
So scores now 11.23 opposed to that 18.07. As we see Camille there going for the loop as well with the rotations. This is the women's final. Who is going to be taking first place? At the moment, Capucine has got some incredible scores down with that 10 and the 8.07. Is that a women's first? Potentially in competition?
In competition, I believe, yeah. You're right, I think.
Must be. We'll get confirmation on that, but I'm pretty confident that that would be a woman's first in competition. Yes, that is. Explains the big 10. First time we've ever seen that in women's competition. The 10-point ride there from Capucine. Winds increased as well, looking around that 24 to 22 knot mark at the moment. I can feel it as well on the container. Winds picking up, exactly what it said on the forecast. Riders now still in this freestyle element. Those onshore conditions. Capucine going for the back roll kite loop board off. And nearly lands it as well. This is, as you mentioned, Teo, dangerous. You know, when you're feeling good, everything's in sync.
Yeah.
This is nice from Cami.
Oh, that's a nice move. Can she land it? No, unfortunately. Quite not getting it. But yeah, as you mentioned, we're going to get to the wave part very soon. And both of them, they're capable of getting some high scores on the wave part. So the final is still going to be very interesting.
Yeah, it's not over at all. As what a shot here with the drone. Nice kicker coming her way. Decides that she doesn't want to take it. Riding that Rebel, that big air kite. Switches around now, goes left foot forward, wants to try and use the kicker. Camille Lazaran's mother there, filming. Double back roll. Does she loop it? Looks like she does. Not enough height. Getting a lot of downwind momentum there, not necessarily getting pulled upwards.
Yeah, exactly. I think she's quite not getting the right kicker to get some height in the jump.
Yeah, how hard is it to time those jumps when it's a little bit choppy like this?
It is, just because with the tide changing and all those factors, never quite the same. So yeah, you just have to find the right timing and yeah, maximize the kicker.
Last minute of jumps now. So Cami now, what's her lowest score? 6.33 for a front roll rodeo. Not bad scores at all by any means. The 7.27 and the 6.33.
No, definitely she
goes. She loses her board on that last trick attempt. So that will be it now. The scores that you see will remain as they are. And we now go to the wave element. As you can see, riders coming in towards the beach.
Yeah, Capucine probably changing kites.
Yeah, which yesterday, well, sorry, on Friday when they competed, they weren't able to change kites because that orbit, I believe, is a 6 meter for Capucine.
It is. She might change for the 5 meter.
So she'll change down, yeah, the 5 meter carve most likely, which on Friday she wasn't able to do.
Yeah, no, it was just too windy on Friday.
But these conditions now. Yeah, she's feeling good out there, that's for sure. Capucine with about a 5-point advantage at the moment. But we all know what can happen. We've seen a few buzzer beaters during the week. As Gabrielle Benetton nearly losing her board. That would have been a little bit of a nightmare. Nearly lost his 6 meters as well on Friday, didn't he?
Yeah, almost. Yeah, every kite was flying on the beach when the gust went up. It was crazy.
So Capucine charging upwind here. Wanting to position herself in a nice spot for the waves. Selection is going to be key here.
It is.
When it comes to the wave riding, you know, picking and choosing that right wave to go on. As we keep mentioning, we're not really seeing long wave rides, so it's crucial that these riders connect the turns at the right time on the right wave. Then you're going to see some hefty scores come your way. You know, wave scores that we've been seeing are around the 6s and 7s max for a good one.
Yeah, for them it's going to be tough to improve their freestyle scores actually. So one wave, probably one good wave, will make it and be able to increase that total score, I guess.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard for Camille as well because, you know, if we're being brutally honest, the waves aren't amazing.
No,
they're not great at the moment, which is why that freestyle part is so important. But you never know what's going to come your way. They can be thrown a bone and it could all change. All about the selection now. As this rider on your screen, Camille Lazaran, currently in 2nd place. Behind by exactly 4.48 points. But that needs to change. Both riders not having a wave score at the moment. So we will see those numbers go up in due course. Last day of the Defender GK Kite-Surf World Cup here in Sylt, and what a week it's been. It's been back-to-back non-stop competition in non-stop wins. One of the best events we've had here in Sylt over the years. As Capucine now looking like she's dropping in. Nice top turn, goes again. Gets that second maneuver, really engaging the fins.
Yeah, now with this wind direction, she's able to ride front side, so for her it's a big... I mean, she's still... Oh, nice, showing for a full rotation, but she didn't manage to finish it.
Yeah, not quite. Camille Lazaran now. In 2nd place. Current Big Air World Champion on strapless. 7.27, 6.33. Those scores purely just freestyle at the moment. Wave scores to drop. Here we go, Cami dropping in. Nice big turn
nice
there.
turn.
But that wave just closing in on her. Wave is so fast here.
Yeah, it's really tough to find the right timing. You always have to anticipate. When you see it that it's gonna be steep, it's almost it's too late to do the bottom and just come to that wave.
We mentioned that as well the other day when Hendrik was in the booth. He was saying, essentially, as soon as you get on that wave, just put in a first turn, because before you know it, the wave's going to close out on you.
Exactly, definitely.
So Capucine opting for 2 changes with equipment. She's gone for a kite change and a board change. And I can see now, there we have the 4.20 for her last wave. Good score there for Capucine. Camille now, right foot forward, waiting for some swell to come her way. Waiting for the right wave. As you can see there, she's just looking over her left and right shoulder. But nothing just yet. Must be so hard to select the wave. As we have 10 minutes in this section, but 10 minutes can just go within the blink of an eye.
Oh yes, especially in those conditions when you cannot find the right wave. Oh, look, this nice drone shot with both of them going into one wave.
So here we go, Capucine. I think it's pretty clear that the only score she'll be looking to improve is that last wave at the 4.20. Don't think she's going to get another wave score that's going to be matching those freestyle tricks of an 8.07 and a 10. That 10's certainly not going to be going anywhere. Beautiful shot, as you mentioned, of the drone of this wonderful event site we have here in Sylt. Capucine staying in the shallows. Camille just going out to the edge of the box. Capucine going over the front of her board there. Not long left now. And the rider on your screen here, second place, 1.50 for that last wave. Definitely needs an improvement. There's another one coming in as well, which does look to be a little bit higher, but it's not going to be enough to match the 22.27 of Capucine in first. Camille now, this one looks good. But as you see, yeah, just that wave completely dying.
Yeah, it's hard to find a long wave where you're able to do few turns. That was looking good from the beginning, just able to manage to get one turn, and then the wave kind of closing and just leaving only foam to walk with. So it's making it really hard for Camille now to come back in this hit.
Camille's mum there watching on, filming everything happening out there in Sylt. As Capucine, you can see they're trying to pump a little bit of momentum through the board.
Nice
Gets
section.
the top turn. Nice, dropping in.
Unfortunately, going down, but this was a good section in this wave.
Yeah, it looked good. Looked good from the start. So this is the women's final. The last heat of the competition.
Yeah, what a competition we had, huh? I have to say, with those conditions, was just insane competing out there. And massive show, and yeah, just crazy level, huh?
Amazing level. 3 minutes to go in this heat, which means we are more than halfway through this wave element. Camille now, yeah, not a lot out there when it comes to waves. Just that sort of rolling swell and beach break, making it very challenging for these two to find the right wave to get a decent score on. Nice shot there, both riders. I wonder if Cami will do the switch now as well. No, Capucine now coming in right foot forward. Charging through the competition area here as both riders looking around, trying to find a wave. Capucine coming in closer to the beach. Camille just behind. Turning round now. Both riders very close to each other as Camille wanting this wave. Drops in.
Good section.
Gets a lovely
Nice
turn. That's more like it. Loops the kite. You can see losing a bit of speed here. Needs some more. Small turn to round that wave off, but a beautiful second turn there. One of the better waves we've seen of the heat. That'll be a good score for her. So you can see 17.93. 4.33 was that last wave score from Cami, but it's not enough at the moment to match Capucine.
Oh, nice turn from Capucine.
So probably most likely now coming into this final minute, final moments of the heat. And 6.07 there for Camille. A very good score on the wave, in fact. That's the sort of score she needs. She needs another one of those. She needs another one of those scores. She's 2.61 away from Capucine, but that needs to be in addition to one of her other scores. So she'll now be looking to get rid of that front roll rodeo freestyle move. That's 6.33 most likely. She has a good wave score. Capucine here believing maybe she's done enough as she looks at her watch. And I believe that the title could be going Capucine's way. And there we have it. Capucine has won the event here in Sylt. She is the champion of the second event of the year. And you can see the smile says it all. Tara, how do you reckon that heat went? We saw a 10-point ride.
I think she couldn't start a better way than this hit, like just landing a front roll, double front roll, front shove it, building so much confidence and so much point on the scoreboard. So
yeah, really, really epic stuff there from Capucine. Big congratulations to her.
Vem, pega a bandeira, eu vou te pegar.
Cadê a bandeira?
Será que você...
Meu pai pega.
Vem, vem, vem!
So good, it feels amazing, the perfect time.
Let's bring you over when we have the speaker.
Okay.
And just enjoying the celebrations there with her family. I mean, what a time.
How were the conditions? Oh, it was amazing, it was perfect. I got the perfect 10 and I'm super stoked. I've been dreaming for this final for a couple months and yeah, making it is just, you know, I visualized it so much. And yeah, I made it. So happy. Winning Sylt third time in a row.
Congratulations. Keep on celebrating.
Thank you.
Let's get you over because then we can do the interviews after, okay?
So a nice little brief interview there with Capucine, as you can see there. Super happy. Good win for her, Theo.
yeah, I think she trained a lot for that event. As she mentioned, she won in the past few years also, and now she's so happy to make it again. And yeah, we've seen some really good riding from her, and she deserves that's the first place, I guess. Congrats to Capucine, but also to Camille and all the women for putting such a good show on the water.
Yeah, I think we waited for the right conditions, as we mentioned Friday, just being a little bit too windy yesterday. You know, wind was pretty, you know, not a great direction and very much on the lighter side. We saw the forecast for Sunday. We thought, you know what, we're going to wait and go with that. We've done it, and we've had great conditions for the women. We saw a world's first landed from Capucine, a 10-point ride, and that just sort of really did put the the nail in the coffin, didn't it, for Camille, who had a great heat, had the better wave score with that 6.07, but it wasn't enough to match Capucine, who takes, yeah, as she mentioned, the 3rd Sylt title in a row. Tara, a big thanks for joining me in the booth. It's been great. You will be also on the water very shortly, won't you? I mean, what have we got coming up your way? Well, we've got some expression sessions coming your way, a little best trick competition with both the hydrofoil and the kite surf. All the big names are taking part. We're going to stay with her with the podium there. But how do you feel? You excited to get back on the water with best trick?
Definitely. I'm looking forward to get back in the water, try to push some crazy tricks, and yeah, it was a pleasure to comment with you, be in the booth. And now I think I'm gonna have to go get my gear ready and just get ready to go out there and send some sick move.
Yeah, well, best of luck, Teo. Thank you very much for joining. It's been a pleasure having him in the booth here, as we're going to continue just with the shots here of our riders on the beach as we enjoy the setting, the sunny, windy setting here in Sylt for the Defender GKA Kite-Surf World Cup.
There's still one missing, guys.
Yeah. ¿Dónde está Camille? Camille?
Ja, ich glaube, da ist fast noch besser, wenn die Stück weiter zurückgehen, aber das muss man nicht immer so ultra weit gehen. Okay, can you come closer together? Closer, yes.
Riders now on the beach, as you can see, holding their flags up. Plenty of media here, plenty of fans. 2 Frenchies in the final, a Brazilian and Camille there from Switzerland.
Yeah, nice.
As you can see, a lovely little shot there of our setup as well. You can see the judge tower just above them. The container to the right, that nice grey one, that's where I'm parked up. And then we have, I mean, the whole setup, the media team. Great big shout out to those guys, and obviously a big shout out to our judges, and most importantly to our riders who follow the tour, compete with us, and travel the world with the rest of the crew. Our top 4: Clements Deren there in 4th, Keziani Rodriguez there in 3rd. We then have Camille Lozerand in 2nd in the blue on the left, and your event winner, Capucine Dellanoy. So as we mentioned, it's not over yet, although the official competition has wrapped up for both the hydrofoil, the men's kite surf, and now the women's kite surf. Our riders are still keen to get on the water and showcase what these disciplines can do. Capucine there in tears with this event win, 3rd time in a row for her. Great to see, with her father enjoying the moment, taking it all in, as this victory will take her into 1st place in the world rankings.
That was crazy. It was my first time ever.
First time any girl has done a tanning competition. Yeah, it's amazing. I'll take your flag.
Thanks.
Capucine, congratulations first of all. Would you be ready to come on the stage just
Now?
real quick? Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Very short.
Okay, I'm coming.
So as you most likely heard, Capucine going to be going on stage soon. Boyfriend there, Gabriel Benetton, also scoring a 10-point ride. How about that? The only 2 riders to score the 10s, Gabriel Benetton for his triple front roll shove it, Capucine there for her front roll shove it. Amazing stuff for both riders, as Capucine making her way to the stage, going through the crowds. As crowd will now follow on over And we'll hopefully be able to hear a few more words from Capucine. Everyone making their way over to the stage, which is just behind the judge booth, as you can see with the drone here. So good. There we are. I wish I could wave to you, but unfortunately I can't. I'm behind that nice window there, which you can't see. But a nice crowd forming as Capucine makes her way onto the stage.
Publikum, you mentioned already 10 points, forward roll, shove it, 360. How could you do that? Did you land it the first time in your life? In the competition at least?
No, I've landed it before, but in these conditions it was pretty hard. And yeah, it's the first time I landed in the competition, so I'm really happy about this score.
Okay, so you did the same like Gabriel, attempts with the shove it 360. Congratulations once again. How are you gonna celebrate your win here? Do you stay on Sylt tonight or you have to leave today?
I am leaving tomorrow. I'm going to train with Gabriel. We're going to Indonesia. So I'm gonna celebrate tonight and travel tomorrow. But I am super happy to win another time in Sylt. And yeah, it's such a special place for me.
Alright, also heute Abend wird richtig gefeiert. Dann geht es zusammen mit Gabriel nach... You go to Indonesia, did I get it right?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds lovely. Also dann geht's zum Training nach Indonesien. Das ist die jetzt dreifache Siegerin hier beim Defender Kite-Surf World Cup auf Sylt. Riesenapplaus!
Thank you!
See you later for the prize giving.
So there we have it. We'll be wrapping up the results. Capucine in first, Camille in second, Keziani in third, and Clemence in fourth. An amazing event here in Sylt, as we keep referring to epic conditions. And we had the best trick scores from Capucine, as that smile will not be going anywhere anytime soon. Amazing here in Sylt. And 30, thank you for tuning in. It's been wonderful the whole week. I mean, just epic conditions. You know, epic heats. You know, the men's was amazing in the slightly windier conditions. There upwards of 50 knots of wind. We also, let's not forget about the hydrofoil that kicked things off at the start of the week. We saw Charles Bedell take the victory there. And then on the final day, Capucine Dellanoy, another 10-point ride. It's been 10s all around from Gabriel, from Capucine. Amazing height from plenty of our riders. And what an event. And we can't wait to hopefully be coming back to Sylt once again next year. Thanks for tuning in. Can't wait to see you, everyone, at the next one.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
World champions will be crowned, legends will be made. This is going to be epic.
is a dream come true.
And let's go for the next one.